Okay. And we're back. Hello, Jose. Prodacian. Alex. George St. Pierre is an MMA fighter, right, Alex? Ayush, maybe they just feel like they have to be, but I don't know, man. I don't see how that's the case. The stream isn't loading for me. Sorry to hear that, Green Earth. I don't think anything has happened in the last, like, half an hour. But keeping an eye on all the wires. Alright. Alright. No? Unfortunately, by the way, guys, it's pretty obvious probably. I am on Wi-Fi. I am not in my usual setup. If I was, if my room was good and my computer was set up, I would be on Ethernet and there would probably be no issues. But, yeah. At what time can we assume that nothing's really going to happen until tomorrow? I don't know. The Seahawks didn't do anything yesterday until it was pretty late. Awesome Gamer, it's up to the team. Mass Temple, what's up? Ugh. Yeah, I saw the Matt Prater thing. Not really relevant to us at all. I think we have to trade for Gabe Jackson, but I don't think you would have to trade all that much. They would probably just want to be rid of him. The chat on the stream isn't synced anymore. Okay, wait a minute. The chat on the stream isn't synced anymore. It's not eventful, but hey, it's better than nothing. Your stream is good now. It's just major delay. Yeah, there's not exactly a ton I can do about it. Unfortunately, I'm on Wi-Fi and my computer is not set up and I can't set it up right now. So you're just going to have to deal with it. Maybe a 5th round pick. Yeah, maybe something like that, Chrissy. Yeah, I saw that, James F. That was a little while ago. Huh. Wait a minute. Hold on. What is up with my chat box? Wait. What? Okay. If you guys are lying, I'm going to ban a lot of people in a few minutes here. Hold on. Schefter, nothing. Pelissero, nothing. Rappaport, nothing. Okay. So somebody source it. Gerald Everett, look at his tweet. Okay, let me see here. Oh, okay, I see it. He tweeted 12. Well, that could be good. Or it means he's going to the Buccaneers, which would be weird because they have Gronk. So that's probably a good sign. We got Gerald Everett. Check his Twitter. Thank you for the $5, by the way, Ryguy. Yeah, it could be he's coming to Seattle, or it could mean he's going to Green Bay. Or I guess Tampa Bay, but I seriously doubt that. Okay. So let's hold tight for a few minutes here and try to get some details on this. But Gerald Everett was one of my top targets, so this is a good step. This at least makes it a reasonable possibility that we got Gerald Everett. Everybody needs to chill out, though. We don't know for sure yet. Everybody take a deep breath. All right. Former Rams tight end Gerald Everett signing with Seattle, according to Adam Schefter. Okay, we have confirmation. Adam Schefter just announced. We're getting Gerald Everett. 1-year deal worth $6 million. Okay. It's official, guys. Okay. Gerald Everett, 1 year, $6 million. All right. Okay, guys, time to cut the video. I'm going to go ahead and do it on stream. Everybody behave yourself for a few minutes here. Let's see here. Okay, guys. We did something, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we got him. I don't think we overpaid. Okay, everybody behave in chat for a few minutes. I'm about to cut the video. Let me go ahead and update the targets list. Okay. Miljabek, are you just not very bright? You do know there's this thing called the 12th man, right? All right. So we've been live for a few hours now. Okay, let me recut that. Hold on. Let me think here. All right. It took a few hours. It took a lot of complaining on the part of people in my stream. It took a lot of anxiety and frustration, but the Seahawks finally went and did something, and it was actually something I wanted them to do. So as of about 4 or 5 minutes ago, Gerald Everett is going to be a Seattle Seahawk in 2021. He signed a 1-year, $6 million deal, and Schefter has reported it, Pelissero has reported it, Rappaport reported it, so it's locked in. Gerald Everett will be the tight end for the Seattle Seahawks in 2021. So this was one of the guys that I wanted. This was one of the guys that I thought could round out our offense, so I'm happy. I'm excited that we targeted somebody that I think Shane Waldron was really interested in, because it just makes all the sense in the world that he would want to be reunited with his tight end from LA. So that's all positive stuff. I like that we actually did something to prove that we are attempting to build a contender. The worst I can say is that even though I think we got him at a good price, I think $6 million a year is a pretty good price for Gerald Everett. I think that's pretty much what I estimated he was going to get. The only bone I have to pick with this contract is it's 1 year. It's a 1-year deal, which means you can't backload it. If it had been a 3-year, $18 million deal, then you could have shoved most of that money to the last year, and you could have maybe had him count $2 or $3 million against the cap the first year. Now, that comes with hazards on its own. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy right now. 1 year, $6 million for a quality starting tight end who I think fits the new offense. I think he's going to have the opportunity to produce a lot. So I like this. I'm optimistic. It's not the move that's going to make this team great. It's not the move that's going to make this team a contender, but I think it's a step in the right direction. I'm excited. We're alive. We actually did something. So yeah, that's really what I got for now. Obviously, we'll have a little more time to process the exact details of this deal as time goes by. But 1 year, $6 million is pretty straightforward. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give this one my stamp of approval. And we'll have to see what comes next. So we're going to continue to stream for the most of the remainder of the night and come on down. But for now, all you need to know is that we now have a quality room of tight ends. And with Shane Waldron at the helm of this offense, I think that matters more than it did in previous previous years. All right, see y'all later. Okay, let me go ahead and get that sucker uploaded. Okay. All right. Okay. Jordan Lewis got $16.5 million? That seems a little iffy to me. I don't know about that one. Yeah, exactly, Mask. Just because, we don't need all the good guards. We need one good guard. But I think it makes us much better. Who cares what you think? Good. Last night. All right, that'll do. God damn it. No, it's fine. All right, guys, give me 1 second to go ahead and get this up.
Why don't we just bring it?
Okay. Go look this up. Jonnu Smith has never had more than 500 yards in a season. He's had 400 plus and 400 plus. Same as Gerald Everett. And look at what one guy got paid. Look what the other guy got paid. I don't... The worst I can say is that it's a one-year deal, so there's no backloading, but that is, you know, a double-edged sword as well. So, yeah. Okay, sports. What do I want to do here? Okay. Gerald Everett. Well, Jonnu has more upside. Well, probably. I'm not convinced of that. And even if he does, that's a massive difference. 50 million versus 6 million. Like think about that. And by the way, guys, the one-year deal does allow us to maintain our cap space next year when we're supposed to have like the most cap space in the league. So, you know, it cuts both ways. Okay. So anyway. Jack, I have a. She's half lab, half retriever, I think.
Maddie?
Yeah.
She's 25% black lab.
Okay, 25% black lab.
Grandparent.
What do you mean, what is happening in the back in Power? There's nothing behind me except a picture of the Mount Rainier.
Maybe he's talking about the bulldozer.
Alright. Austin, thank you for the $2. Hey, Brendon. Yep. Things are finally starting to happen. I would do Gabe Jackson for a 5th round pick, Chrissy. Okay, the Gerald Everett video is now up. You guys can cut over there if you want to watch it real quick. It's just 3 minutes. But if you were in the stream 3 minutes ago, you saw it, so. What's the next couple of moves we make? I really still feel like we need to make a free agency splash at the guard spot. Or center. Well, actually, more center than guard, but whatever. Okay. So anyway. Let's beef up the... Let's make this a little more robust. I don't know what Gabe Jackson's contract is, but if you traded for him, you could probably just rework it. It's not that big of a deal. At all. Give me 1 second to round out to make the prospect list a little more robust here. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, Nick Martin is the former Texans center. I think he got cut because they're trying to save money. But I think he's pretty good. He's a decent plan B. Yeah, Rodney Hudson is not washed up. That being said, he was traded for, so it's a little different than if he was just a free agent. You know what? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. No, that's not good. Okay, as long as it's on the table, we should be reaching a little higher here. There we go. We'll open the door on Nick Martin a little later. I'm just going to put it like that for now.
I'm happy. I wish SMT fans weren't such raging pricks sometimes, but I agree that I would rather them...
Hold on 1 second, guys. The Bears released Kyle Fuller. Okay, Kyle Fuller, the cornerback, right? Wow. Okay, yeah, Kyle Fuller, wasn't he like an all-pro not that long ago? I'm surprised they actually had to release him. I'm a little surprised by that. Not a bad idea to kick the tires on him, but I feel like he's going to be a little expensive. Oh, he hasn't been cut yet. Okay. Kyle Fuller didn't get signed by the Chiefs. That was Kyle Long, Washi. Yeah, the Michael Brockers trade is old news. I would definitely not trade Lockett for Fuller. I don't think that makes a lot of sense to do. They should be looking to dump Kyle Fuller. You should not have to give up that much to get him. Ugh, okay. But anyway. All right, so Curtis Samuel just got picked up by the football team. But yeah, I say this is a good move. I'm standing by the Gerald Everett signing being a good decision. We signed a tight end.
We did?
Yep.
Who?
Gerald Everett. He was a Ram. He
Is that good?
I think so. I really actually wanted him. He was one of my main guys. Our offensive coordinator was on the Rams previously, so it's kind of like he comes over and he gets his tight end. So that's basically the idea behind that.
He must feel he's going to work good with Russell, I guess.
Yeah. So what are we doing tonight?
We're going to go get dinner and bring you home something
Okay, cool.
from steakhouse.
Oh,
We're going to go have the tempura this time, the other side. And then probably bring you home teriyaki chicken or something.
okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah. How good is Everett when it comes to blocking? I'm not 100% sure, but the thing with Everett is that we do have Disley, and Disley's a very good blocker, so, we do have some flexibility in that regard. If somebody can answer I know he's more of a receiving tight end, which I'm completely on board with. By the way, we got 86 people in the stream right now. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's here today. Thank you for watching. Please like the stream if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new and you want daily content. Become a member for perks, and donations are always appreciated. Yeah, I feel like we do need to use our tight ends as receivers more, and I'm hoping that this signing is the first indication that we will start doing that. Okay. Yeah, okay, there's the Curtis Samuel news. That's a fat contract. I can't believe Jordan Lewis got that much money. God, that makes me think Dunbar's going to be expensive. Not that that matters as much to us now. Ryan Succub got extended by the Bucks. Okay. Rappaport. Okay. Looks like we're pretty caught up on NFL news. Everett can block. He also played fullback with Rams. Ooh. Okay, I like that. I wish I could super chat, but my parents won't let me. I understand. A lot of the people who watch me don't have are in a similar position. Don't worry about it, Chrissy. I get it. The only free agent acquisitions have come from division rivals. It's true. Well, we have a good division, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I'm not subscribed to Pro Football Focus, so I can't access their specific blocking grades, but I'm not that worried about that. I don't want anything to do with Leonard Fournette. I'm going to put that out there right now. There's a reason why I have 3 running backs listed on the stream, and none of them are Leonard Fournette. J Money, I think the 1-year deals are a double-edged sword. I think there's good stuff and bad stuff about it. Trade a future 7th next year for N'Keal Harry so the 49ers don't get him. I don't think that's a great way to do business. Oh, okay, Chrissy, that's cool. Well, the only other team that's interested in Fournette is Tampa Bay, so hopefully they do it. Yeah, the Trent Williams deal is pretty nuts. Yeah, Eduardo, we signed Gerald Everett. I posted a video on it a minute ago. Yeah, if you're in the stream and you weren't here for when I cut the Everett video, you can go ahead and just jump over and watch it. It's only 3 minutes long. Yeah, no Gurley. I want nothing to do with Todd Gurley either. Arthritis in your knees is no joke. I mean, once again, guys, go look at the contract that Jonnu Smith got, and over the last 2 years, he's been, other than touchdowns, slightly more productive than Everett. Think about it. What do we do with Disley and Parkinson? Well, Disley's the second tight end, and Parkinson's the third tight end, which is fair. Good. The Patriots are interested in Fournette. Wow, that surprises me. That seems like exactly the kind of thing they don't do, because I don't think stuff like that works. Yeah, Austin Blythe at center would be really nice. We can worry about extending Jamal after we're done with free agent stuff, though. Sorry, this is a little more important. Eduardo, I don't think we're bringing back Hollister now. I mean, that would be a little weird if we did. Honestly, a player like Hollister, nobody might sign him. You might just be able to park him on the couch and get him if somebody gets hurt. And guys, remember, Gerald Everett was splitting snaps last year with Tyler Higbee. Here, he probably won't be splitting as many snaps. He will probably have more production just because he's going to be on the field more. I think that physically he's proven that he is capable of it. The worst I can say about Everett is that he's a little short. He's 6'3", and there are tight ends out there who are like 6'6", but by that same token, we do have one of those 6'7" tight ends, so whatever. I don't want Juju Smith, no. Yeah, Brent, I don't know if you remember, but I did a video last year about Colby Parkinson and what he did at Stanford and how he usually lined up wide. Kevin Zietler signed with the Ravens like 3 days ago, Bebo. Can't get him. I heard Hollister was interested to Arizona. Oh, okay. I don't want him back, so whatever happens, happens. Jake, I don't know. The Golden Tate thing, that's hard. That's hard to say just because there does seem to be some bad blood there still, and I'm not sure if you want to do that right now. Do you like James White? He would be okay. I'd sign Juju to 1 year, $2 million. Well, I don't think he's going to be that cheap. Yes, David Andrews is still available. As far as I know, everybody listed in the remaining targets list on the stream is still available. No, Austin, it's too early to say that. Remember, he hasn't even had a real offseason yet. He was a 5th-round pick with no offseason, so no, I think it's too early to say that. Hey, Empower, what's up? I know, by the way, Hawk's Nest is streaming right now, so me and him are kind of competing against each other, which I don't really like to do. I like to try to stream when he's not streaming, and he streams when I'm not streaming, but I don't. I mean, it kind of makes sense that a lot of Seahawks streamers would be streaming at a time like this. I miss having a 6'5" receiver. I mean, DK's basically 6'4", so what's the damn difference, really? Eduardo, he signed with Detroit. He's off the board. He already signed with Detroit. Alden and Dunlap combo would be pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Yeah, that's pretty much a dream scenario haircut. The only thing I would say is that I still really like this draft for guards. Imagine we get TJ Vasher in the lineup. That's good too, Mask. Yeah. Yeah, Chrissy's pretty close to what I want. Yeah. Okay, let's do the rounds real quick. Let's make it the rounds. Okay, it doesn't look like anything's happened in the last 15 minutes or so. Looks like the latest thing that happened is Curtis Samuel. Swain and Moore are great number 3, number 4 options. Well, Moore is a free agent, LSDB. He might not be back. I have a feeling with David Moore, you're just going to wait. You're just going to wait him out. I have a feeling you're probably just going to let his asking price go down as low as possible and then pick him up. You might get him for $1.5 million. Like, David Moore is good, but is anybody going to actually give that dude money? I want to re-sign Moore. I kind of do too, but I also think you could probably stand to wait the price out because nobody's going to offer David Moore a bunch of money. What's he done to earn it? Last year was a career year and he had 35 catches, and he's pretty much tapped out. Yeah, big dog, but I don't know who I want right now. Who are some receivers we could sign in free agency who would be good number 3s? There is David Moore, but I don't know. Do we need a great third receiver anymore? I don't think we need a great third receiver now. We have Metcalf, Lockett, and now we have a great pass-catching tight end. Maybe Freddie Swain's good enough. Yeah, Austin, I think we're playing 17 games. What the Gerald Everett signing really tells me is that Waldron is running this offense, which is what I wanted. Carroll might have different takes on who he wants to bring in, but if this signing is any indication, it tells me that we're bringing in the people that Waldron wants, which is what I wanted. So that's good. I don't think any of those guys are going to be a number 1 defensive end, Noah. I like them well enough, but I don't think they're number 1s. Everett contract worth up to $7 million. Okay. I like to watch NFL. We got Everett. I posted a video on it. And if you've been out for a couple hours, just jump over to the video I uploaded less than an hour ago. Not even half an hour ago, actually. The Everett signing. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tough schedule, but I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, there's still guys available on the offensive line. And again, we only need 2 at most. Yeah, I heard about the Josh Gordon thing. Good for him, I guess, but no longer our concern. I think, is Sterling Shepard available? I actually don't know. No, Blythe would be solid. Blythe would be very solid. Sammy Watkins, I think, will be too expensive to be a number 3. Okay, Kenny Galladay is going to be a Giant. I mean, that's a big one. Obviously, I had no interest, and I don't think any Seahawks fan did, but it sounds about right. Yeah, well, Joseph, I think Moore got hurt in that game. I don't know if that's indicative of him as a player. I think he just got hurt and never fully recovered. Especially, we made him play in a couple of games when he was clearly not healthy, which was really, really something we should not have done. Yeah, Golden Tate's a free agent right now. I think Paul Richardson just wasn't in football shape. And he's gotten hurt too many times anyway. I'm not really thinking about him anymore. Haircut, I think that's pretty much in line with what he got. The worst I can say is that we can't backload the contract because it's only a 1-year deal. But other than that, $6 million a year was what I was expecting him to get. And again, it allows us to maintain our cap room next year when we have one of the biggest amounts of cap room in the league. So I think it's fine. And, the thing with Gerald Everett, he may have not wanted to sign a longer-term contract because he knows the cap is going to go up next year. He might be like, just give me a 1-year deal so I can be a free agent again next year when the cap goes up. He knows he's not going to get the big money this year, but he could get it next year. So it's possible he wouldn't have even taken a multi-year deal. I think Dunbar, I would be okay with bringing him back, but if we go into the season with Witherspoon and Reed as the starting outside corners, I think that's okay. I'm not mad about that. So I really want to get Blythe or Andrews, and I really want to get Dunlap. And at that point, I feel like we're probably pretty set. I mean, there might be one or two other things you do, but it wouldn't be too bad. Alejandro, I want to take a guard in the second round. I know that, but I think we need a center out of free agency. Antonio Brown is worth thinking about, but I'm not crazy about it. Texans have agreed to terms on a 2-year deal with Tavir Thomas. I don't know who that is. I've not heard that name before. All right, Cena, like 2 hours or something?
Oh, no, not that long.
Okay. I ate lunch late, so I'm not dying, so don't speed home or anything.
Yeah, we're not.
Evo, I think I like Damian Lewis the most. Damian Williams, but it doesn't matter that much to me. How are you feeling about our left tackle situation? We got to roll with it. I don't have a ton of confidence in Dwayne Brown. I think he's really old, but he was really good last year. And I think we just kind of have to roll with it. He's getting paid a lot of money. And as of the last time he took the field, he was still very, very good. So I think we got to roll with it. We got to get Javonte Williams if we don't bring back Carson. Javonte Williams would take a second-round pick, though, which I'm not crazy about. I would rather get somebody like Chuba Hubbard in the 4th or 5th round. Well, if Richard Sherman comes back, it had better be very cheap. I'll just say that. I will not appreciate Sherman coming back on some 8-figure a year deal. Yeah, Keelan Cole, Josh Reynolds would be decent number threes. At this point, bringing in somebody really cheap and with a pretty small profile as a number 3 receiver is fine. Draft Trey Sermon or Chuba Hubbard or Puka Williams. I like those guys. Yeah, I think those are good options. I like those ideas. There are a lot of good running backs in this draft later on. I think it's pretty easy to get them. Okay. It depends on what else we do, Andrew. That's not enough parameters. It's like if we address other needs in free agency, then yeah, use a pick on a receiver. Yeah, I feel like Hubbard would fit Waldron's offense. That's the only thing I can say about him, really. I didn't watch him play or anything like that, but I didn't watch him play a lot. But from what I've seen, I think he would fit the offense. Maybe, Andrew, I would need to know a lot more information about what Wilson would think about that before I would be okay with that. Today has been blissful, Reed. Which Reed, Mass Temple? There's more than one Reed on this team. See you later. I think Wyatt Davis might be available in the second, but it's hard to know. Yeah, Kevin Zeitler we almost signed. Yeah, I did hear about that. So that tells me that we have the right idea. We just haven't executed it yet on anybody, and I think we will. Again, there are good options left. You just have to accept that maybe they're not exactly what you wanted, but that doesn't make them not good. I like Demir Byrd. He's really fast. I remember in Madden he was one of the fastest receivers. Oh, the defensive tackle. Huh. Wonder why he might be saying that. Oh. Nothing new from Schefter. Nothing new from... Ooh, okay. Nothing new from Pelissero. And, okay. And Rappaport, we have nothing new except for Tavir Thomas for as much as we care about that, which I don't think we do. Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, I thought Miami was about to pick up David Andrews, but it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, I want to start Penny this season, Jose. I do. Rabbit, yes. As long as you don't sign a center now, I would be willing to do that. Whichever one you think fits your style more on offense. But yeah, David Andrews still being available surprises me. I thought Miami was about to get him, and then they didn't. So that tells me that very good chance that we're going to eventually take a pass at him. I don't think we need another free agent corner enough to spend a lot of money on one, Andrew. I think that I'll be watching the Mariners this season, Zillahawk. Yeah, Malcolm Butler, not that interested. Brent, I think Penny's going to be an outside runner in this offense, and I think that's his strong point. I think that's what he's good at. Yeah. If Penny does well, then of course you want to bring him back, I think. Everett also has been a serviceable blocker. He played more snaps as an inline blocker the last 2 years than he did in his first 2 seasons. Okay. So, yeah. At the end of the day, $6 million for a starting tight end is actually pretty good. Look at what Hunter Henry got. Look at what Jonnu Smith got. These big name tight ends went for some serious dough. Yeah, if you could get AB for that cheap, that would be very cool.
He's not on the
Azilahawk, Penny is like Sean Alexander. He's a vision back. He's good at reading blockers and then making cuts. That's the way in which you want to utilize Rashad Penny. So if you can build an offense around that strength, you'll be fine. That's what we did with Sean Alexander, and he was an MVP for us. So Penny isn't a great tackle breaker. He's not a power runner, sure, but you just have to use him the right way. What do you think the chances are David Moore is retained? I think they're actually pretty good. I don't see anybody offering him very much money. I don't think there's a sense that he's that great of a player. I like that Campbell guy. Yeah, I'm a fan of him, but there are a lot of corners in this draft that I'm optimistic on. Schefter. Guys, Gabe Jackson. Raiders are trading Gabe Jackson to the Seahawks for a 2021 draft pick, per Adam Schefter just 6 seconds ago. Okay. Let me take a look at Gabe Jackson's contract here real quick. It is fat. We are either going to have to rework that deal or probably be a little creative in making a little bit of room. There's no dead cap if you cut him, though, so maybe we just completely redo the deal. Okay. Okay, Gabe Jackson, left guard, I think. Yeah, they would have to be left guard for the Oakland Raiders. Is now a Seattle Seahawk pending these trade deets. Okay, that's let's take a look at what Gabe Jackson has done over his career. He's never made a Pro Bowl. I know that. His contract is fat, but it looks like it's very easy to just completely redo it because there's no dead money. Okay, so last year he was a starting solid center guard. The year before he was decent. The year before he was really good. The year before that he was very good. The year before that he was very good. Year before that he was elite. So he's fallen off a little bit the last 2 years, but he's still very good, and he might be, he's not old, so he's probably still very effective. All right. So I'm going to give this a few minutes to bake, but send out the alarms. We have traded for Gabe Jackson. Gabe has been a very, very good guard for most of his career. The last 2 years, he's just been good. But he's not old, so there's a lot of reasons why that might have been the case. So I I personally think that it would have been smarter to sign a big time center and get a big time guard in the draft, but that's fine. We'll see, Andrew. That's a possibility. I'm interested to see what we do with Gabe Jackson's contract. Because his cap hit in 2021 was 9.6 million, and next year it's going to be 9.6 million as well. And there's no dead money if you release him, so I'm kind of wondering if maybe you can just rip that contract up and do a new one. Okay, so I'm waiting to see what we gave up. If we gave up our second round pick, I'm going to have a problem. If we gave up anything less, then that's fine. I think Gerald Everett could strengthen the O-line in a relative sense. I would be open to that, JC, but it depends on what we do. Patrick Peterson signed with the Minnesota Vikings, 1 year, $10 million. Okay. Okay, cool. I did not, to be clear, I did not want Patrick Peterson. That being said, 1 year, $10 million is pretty darn reasonable. So, okay, I'm not going to cut the video until we figure out what we gave up to get him. But if it's not the second round pick, it's fine. The Raiders were about to cut him. If you gave up real assets for him, that's just stupid. I have a problem with that. Okay, so we gave a fifth. We gave a fifth. We gave a fifth. Sounds pretty good to me. Okay. Yeah, the Dalvin Tomlinson signing, I did not think he was going to be that cheap, man. Okay, guys. W's in the chat. Gabe Jackson is a Seahawk for a 5th rounder. I'm about to cut the video. Give me a minute here to set this up. But I think this is probably pretty good. I'm not crazy about it, but it's pretty good. Okay. Okay, guys. Stops. Okay, enough W's in the chat. Enough W's in the chat. We're going to cut the video here. So be on your best behavior for a few minutes, and you can try to get on stream if you want to. But I'm going to go ahead and just cut the video. Okay, once the ball starts rolling, it begins to pick up speed. And that seems to be the case with the Seahawks today. Just an hour ago, we signed Gerald Everett to that deal. And now we have ourselves some offensive line help. So I know the rhetoric among... Okay, hold on. Let me restart that over. Let me kick that out. Sorry, guys. I didn't like the way I started that one. Let me try that again. And the ball starts to pick up some speed. So late in day one of NFL free agency, after waiting many, many hours and watching the Seahawks do nothing, we've now done two somethings. As of just a few minutes ago, offensive guard, left guard specifically, Gabe Jackson, formerly of the Las Vegas Raiders, has been traded to the Seattle Seahawks for a 5th round pick. I say again, Gabe Jackson, offensive guard for the Las Vegas Raiders, traded to the Seahawks for a 5th round pick. So we now have our starting left guard for the 2021 season. Obviously, this leaves us with very little in the 2021 draft, but a 5th round pick for a starting guard who is, I believe, 30 years old and still at the least a good player and at best a very good to great player, that's something I'm willing to do. So the trade is good. The trade is good. We got a good player. The Raiders were about to cut him, so they were happy just to get anything for him. And the question I have now, the thing that I'm going to be keeping an eye on is what are we going to do about Gabe Jackson's contract? Because Gabe Jackson has a cap hit of about $9.6 million for each of the next 2 seasons. But there's no dead money on that deal. So my question is, what do we do? Do we rip up that deal and have him sign a new one, maybe like 3 years, $24 million or something like that? That's kind of what I'm keeping an eye on. Do we just roll with that contract and then figure it out in a couple years? Do we convert some of that cap hit to signing bonus? How are we going to handle this? So, yeah, Gabe Jackson, he's still reasonably aged. I think he's like 29 or 30 years old. He's not been great the last 2 years, but there are a lot of reasons why that could be. He's still been quite good, and in every year before the last 2 years, he was great, occasionally elite, and at least very, very good. So, now we are down to just a handful of obvious needs. The way I see it, we still need a running back, we still need a center, and we still need an edge rusher. But in pretty short order here, at the end of day one of free agency, we have managed to bring in some good talent on reasonable prices without completely messing up our draft or our future or anything like that. So my initial impression here is that this was a very good trade. I like it. Obviously, I know a lot of Seahawks fans wanted Rodney Hudson, but this was not a bad consolation prize. Now I think we just wait to see how we handle center. Do we spend free agency money on it, or do we hope that one of the big centers falls to us in the 2nd round? Because obviously that's the big home run pick we have right now. So Gabe Jackson is now a Seahawk under contract for another 2 years with a $9.6 million cap hit each of the next 2 years. Wilson, I don't know if this was your favorite thing we could have done, but this is something that you were kind of asking for. So he should be a little happier now. We gave him a tight end. We gave him a good left guard. We still need to fill the gap at center, but his offense is coming together. The Shane Waldron offense is coming together. I see it. I believe it. I think this is some pretty good stuff. So shout out to Schneider and Carroll for finally waking up and doing some stuff. So probably not going to see too much else happen with this team today. I'm going to hang around on stream for a little longer, come on down and chill out with us and watch free agency for a bit if you want to, but I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Peace out. Go Hawks. Hey, pretty good first day after all. It took a while to get going, but we're looking at a pretty decent first day of NFL free agency action. All right. See y'all later. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this sucker uploaded. Okay, so how's everybody feeling now? Is everybody feeling just a little bit better? Yeah, we got Gerald Everett and Gabe Jackson. We don't have to, Hillel, but the point is, if we need to, it's very easy to do. I'm wondering... Quack, because the Raiders were about to cut him. And because they're trying to save money, so they just wanted him off. So they're happy to get anything for him. Um... Fine to me. Yo, yeah, Alex, he's not going to play right guard here. We have Damian Lewis. Well, yeah, Hillel, we probably do need to do something to create cap space, but I think that's coming. Gabe Jackson. Loss. Case Raiders. Fuck everything in this country. Money. All right. Give me 1 minute here and the video will be up. All right. Public. All right. I just made the Gabe Jackson video public. So go ahead, drop off the stream for 4 or 5 minutes. Go over, watch it if you want to, if you weren't here for when I cut it. But if you were here when I cut it, it's just the exact same thing you already saw. All right. Gabe Jackson is a Seahawk. Today suddenly looks like it's going pretty damn well. All right. Who the hell is Gabe Jackson? He's been the Raiders' left guard for years and years. He's very good. Sometimes he's been great, sometimes he's been just good, but overall he's had a very good career. I'll be right back, guys. I got to refill my water. All right. He didn't allow a single sack last season? Yeah. He's a good guard. He's pretty good. Yeah, last year was one of his worst PFF grades, actually. All right. Yeah, we could use our second pick on a running back if we fill out other needs first. I'm not completely disgusted by that concept. I usually don't like using high picks on a running back, but a low second round pick is not that bad. I want Dave Andrews and Dunlap. That would be pretty nice. The thing that scares me about Gabe Jackson is his strength isn't zone offense. Well, the thing is, I don't think Shane Waldron would be okay with this trade unless he felt confident that he could get him to work in his offense. To a certain extent, you do have to look at a guy like look at what we're doing and say, you know, you're not. Nobody is stupid enough to want a speed back and then sign, Jerome Bettis. You bought 3 jerseys for $25. That's good. Is he declining? I don't think he could be, but even if he's declining, he's still a very good player. He gave up 0 sacks last year. Yeah, I saw the Patrick Peterson thing. I would expect John to restructure Wilson's contract tomorrow. Yeah, that's a reasonable suspicion. Okay, my Gabe Jackson video is up. Go watch it if you weren't here when I cut it. But yeah, things are happening, guys. Do you think we sign Austin Blythe? I think that would be pretty good. Yeah, I would like Austin Blythe. We have the ability to reconstruct him too. His cap hit can go down from 9.6 to 5. We should do that then. That's much more reasonable. $5 million for Gabe Jackson would be very nice. So yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I still want Dunlap. Still waiting. Still waiting. Yeah, I heard about Zietler. A 2021 5th-round pick. So the draft is going to be really boring this year, guys, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Riley Reef is visiting the Bengals. So Riley Reef may very well be coming off the board in a minute. Ethan Posick is a free agent, yeah. I would give Dunlap like 3 years, $30 million and feel pretty good about it. That's the big hole that's left because I don't think anybody in the draft is going to be good enough, and I don't think there are other free agents that are as good as Dunlap. Houston is the closest, and I'm not crazy about that. Kerrigan is good, but he's old. I'm not excited about that. Out of any year, I'm glad it's this year that we don't have many picks. The Gerald Everett contract is great value. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think... want to sign Austin Blythe and then draft a running back? I'm on board with that, yeah. I don't think the Vikings overpaid for Patrick Peterson. It's a 1-year deal. That's fine. You can work with that kind of stuff. Yeah, I didn't want Patrick Peterson. The 1 year deal is not bad though. I don't think that's a issue. Yeah, Pat Pete signed with the Vikings. Rabbit, he's definitely better. Unless you think Will Dissly's going to have a big comeback year, he's much better than the tight ends we already have. And if you want to feel rich, come to Costa Rica. I have thought about getting a full-time remote job, which is actually what I have now, and then moving to a third world country like Vietnam or the Philippines or something and living like a billionaire. We should draft Ben Cleveland. He's on my list, but now that we have Gabe Jackson, it's not quite the same thing. Yeah, Everett, I like. And by the way, guys, I always say this: the off-season plan I put out is my favorite thing we could do. It is not the only thing I ever want to do. That's not a healthy way to look at things. The things that I want to do, there's always like dozens of different things the team could do that I would be happy with. Paulson Adebo, I don't know very much about him, Franco. How would you clear up cap in a realistic way? I'll restructure Wilson. Marry yourself to Wilson for the next few years. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. We have 10 million now in cap. I don't know if we have that much right now, Dante, but we can create cap space anyway. Guys, look up above. Look up above your heads. Cap space does not matter. I don't know how many ways I need to say it. Look at what the Chiefs just did. Okay, they signed Joe Thuney after paying Mahomes, Hill, Kelsey, Clark, Honey Badger. You can always create cap. Keith Taylor Jr. is interesting, yeah. 105 people in the chat, by the way. 105 people. Thank you to everybody for coming out today. Please like the stream if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new and you want daily Seahawks content. Become a member down below for $2 to $5 a month for perks. And donations are always appreciated. Don't know how much longer I'm going to go. Because we've already made 2 pretty significant moves. And I don't know if anything else is going to come today. Because things are slowing down. And I don't want to stream all night. So odds are good that I'm not going to be streaming for too much longer. And we'll pick things up tomorrow morning or so. But it seems like when you get to a certain point of the day, you're just not going to see that much more action. So yeah. I run the risk of going offline and then we do something significant. But I feel like after that push of Everett and Gabe Jackson, you're unlikely to see us do that much more. I don't want to restructure Wagner. I want to restructure Wilson. And then maybe you trade Reed or Lockett. That's what I would do. I don't know exactly, Max. I'll figure it out later. I want to, Chrissy, of course. I don't think it's going to happen today right now, but there are plenty of good guys left. I mean, look at the list. I could add more players to this list if I really wanted to. Like, this is not exhaustive whatsoever. Not at all. Okay, there we go. Let's beef up a little bit. Klasda, I don't think that's relevant to us because we still have Dwayne Brown. I don't know if there's anybody good at left tackle right now. Max, tomorrow's going to be an all-day stream, or most of the day. Probably a little more than it even was today. Yeah, Kevin, I think we might rework that contract in some way. It should be pretty easy to do. He's got no dead money. Eric Fisher? Yeah, okay. But I don't want Eric Fisher. I know that. I have no idea what kind of money Mitchell Schwartz is going to get, though. That's my problem. They should do nothing with KJ Wright. Yeah, Brent, I'm pretty happy about it. Are you sure about that mask? Are you sure that he's played right guard most of his career? I thought he had played left guard. I'm not too worried about it either way. But most people can move over from one guard spot to the other one, and it's not that big a deal. But that's a little interesting if true, because it does mean maybe we still need a left guard, which just would probably be a rookie. Okay, no problem, Ethan. I heard the Snyder cut was okay, actually, which surprises the hell out of me. Drop top at this point, I think there's a pretty good chance of that, unless there's somebody we just really like. So I posted my Gabe Jackson video, and it's getting views and it's getting likes, but for some reason it's not getting any comments. I'm kind of wondering why the hell that is. Monkey Q, we probably draft his replacement. He's played both? Okay. I mean, we have some flexibility there. Hey, Nicholas Chan, what's up? Well, earlier in his career, he was better than he has been the last 2 years. Brent, yeah, they're completely doing a facelift on their O-line. I mean, it's not like they were going to win a Super Bowl this year anyway, and they needed to get creative to get under the cap. Okay, nothing new. We're still just kind of sitting and spinning. Do you think Ryan Kerrigan and Dunlap would be possible? Yeah. Kyle, we don't have the 7th. We don't have a 7th round pick. We lost it because of the Diggs trade. We have 2, 4, 6. Freddie Swain could be the Lockett replacement, but I don't know about that yet. People are saying we are done in free agency. How could anybody possibly know that? And I think we need one more thing. I really do. Even if that one more thing is just a backup running back, fine, but I think we need one more thing in free agency. Most, although, well, okay, let me take that back. We really do need Dunlap, I think. Dunlaps. Maybe we don't need a running back, but we definitely need a defensive end, and Dunlap is the only guy we have left, really. But I'd say these last several moves went pretty good for us. I'm pretty happy right now. So... Somebody just commented on the Gabe Jackson video, the cookie still crumbles O-line disaster. What the hell is he trying to say? I don't know what that's trying to say. Yeah, Shervin, I do. I'm pretty happy with both. I made a couple videos about him, Shervin. You can go check him out if you want to, but short version is, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I like to watch NFL. We can do pretty much whatever we want to do. It's just a matter of, are we willing to mortgage the future a little bit to make it happen? That's really all there is to it. I read most of them in Power. I don't respond to most of them because I find most of them to be pretty stupid and, like, you know, it's not my problem to educate everybody in the universe, okay? E-Man, I don't want Sherman back for pretty much any price. We need a center, edge rusher, and receiver. Yeah, I think we could probably fill some of those holes in the draft now, but we really need Dunlap back, or else we're going to have the same problems we did last year. He's more of a pass blocker. Well, that's good. As far as I'm concerned, I don't want to go back to a run-first offense. It's suicide. Great pass blocker, good run blocker. Okay, cool. Yeah, I would be fine with just Dunlap, and then we can get a center in the draft. Or we can move Damian Lewis and then get a right guard in the draft, or whatever. It's whatever. Costa Rican, I have 2. I'm not a Jersey guy. People want another blocking tight end like Disley. I'm kind of bored of blocking tight ends. Give me somebody who can actually help in the offense. We're building up an offensive line that should be good enough without a bunch of blocking tight ends anyway. Blythe makes way too much sense, doesn't it? Us getting Austin Blythe just makes so much damn sense. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. um, I've said it before. I'll say it again. By the way, guys, this draft is going to be weird because we didn't have much of a season for college football. So us not having draft picks is not bad. Us only having 3 draft picks is fine. Like I said, there are a bunch of different cornerbacks we could get in the 4th round who I really like. To me, those guys, if we get them, guys like Campbell and St. Just and even Keith Taylor Jr., I'm not going to say they're like first round picks, but I think those guys make a ton of sense, and I would be over the moon if we could get one of those guys in the 4th. So there are still guys you can get. Yeah, Everett is not overpaid. There's no way he was overpaid. If you want to get somebody who's overpaid, go look at Jonnu Smith, who hasn't done that much more than Gerald Everett in his career. Nothing happening right now. Drop top, maybe we just pick up a rookie. You know, maybe we don't need a free agent. I mean, Rashad Penny should fit this system, and then you have Alex Collins, Homer, and DJ might get better, I guess, and then you get a rookie, and yeah, I guess that's fine. I'm not super crazy about it, but I think it can work. Yeah, Shervin. We were definitely. That's interesting, though. See, what I'm feeling right now is that we really wanted to get a big time guard. I wanted us to get a big time center. Now, getting a big time guard is fine, but it seems like we're not that interested in the centers yet. I don't know if that's because we just know we're going to get Blythe eventually, or if we're just content with the draft, or if we know eventually we're going to get Posick back. But it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting to me that we haven't seemed all that interested in any centers yet. We wanted to get guards. And that makes me... Maybe Damian Lewis is really going to move to center. I don't know. But that's interesting. Jake Heap says Damian Lewis will be moving to left guard. Okay. Then Gabe Jackson plays right guard. And what do we do at center? What do we do at center then? Are we drafting a center? I'm not pumping my fist about that one. But I could see it working. Yeah, this worked out pretty well. Other than the fact that I did kind of want to draft a guard, I can't think of any guard we could have gotten, a veteran guard, who I like more than Gabe Jackson, who I think makes more sense than Gabe Jackson. Let me take a look here real quick. Maybe Zietler, but other than that, there was no guard that I wanted more than Gabe Jackson, so that's good. I have some questions about Landon Dickerson, but that's not a bad idea. The cornerbacks that I have my eye on, Thomas, are in the remaining targets list over here. I don't want Sherman. I don't really think we need a cornerback that much, to be perfectly honest. I think we need to build up the pass rush a little bit. I want Dunlap back and maybe one other guy. But honestly, just Dunlap would probably be fine. Yeah, Pro Dacian. If Wilson can't make it work with the offensive line we're about to give him, then it's on him. Okay, we have exactly 100 viewers in the stream right now. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Please like the stream if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new. Become a member down below by clicking the join button for $2 to $5 a month for perks. And donations are always appreciated. Yamato, right now, I kind of think David Andrews, but you could easily talk me into Blythe, and it's fine. Chaotic, he's kind of the last-ditch option, but that's fine. He's the last option I would be okay with without, I wouldn't be happy with it, but I would be okay with it. Rashard Higgins re-signed with the Browns on a one-year deal. Okay. Fair enough. Has Kenny Golladay signed yet? Do we know? I'm happy with the cornerbacks we have right now. It'll be good enough as long as we get good pass rush, and that's the thing we now have to concern ourselves with. Healthy Dunbar is better than Griffin. I think I would not shock me if he was. Okay, I'm going to have to start putting my foot down on people who troll in my chat. We don't want fake news right now, guys, okay? We don't want your garbage fake news right now, okay? Ifeadi Odiniigbo signed a one-year deal with the Giants. I remember thinking he was okay. He wasn't on my radar or anything, but I remember thinking that's not a bad idea to trade for last year. All right, yeah, Rashard Higgins. Okay. All right. So, pure dog water, don't worry about it so much. I'll deal with it if I need to. The fair deal for KJ would be $0.00. I forgot we traded for Perry Nickerson. God, I don't know that name. Thomas, there are a lot of different ways you can do it. I usually follow the big three on Twitter: Schefter, Pelissero, and Rappaport. I forgot we traded for Perry Nickerson, but either way, yeah, we only have 3 picks. But guys, this draft is going to be weird because there wasn't a good season. It's fine. Well, at this point, re-signing KJ would take moving money around, which this team doesn't seem comfortable doing. What do you think Blythe's contract would be? I don't know. 2 years, $9 million, 2 years, $10 million. It's hard to say. Yeah, Ethan, definitely. But it's a good strategy. Would Melvin Ingram be good? I don't think so. Don't think so. Garofalo's also good, yeah. Oh, man. Okay. So I'm going to stream for another 10 minutes here, and then I'm going to go. I'm about to be eating. I'm going to be eating in not too long, and I don't want to eat on stream if I can avoid it. So I think at this point we can safely say most of the action has winded down. I doubt the Seahawks will make another move tonight. If they do, I will make a video on it. And yeah, that's basically what I'm going to go with for now. If we make another move this late in the day, that would be somewhat surprising. So yeah, I'm going to let the stream go for 10 more minutes. We'll see if any interesting moves squeeze in under the gun. And then I'm going to be gone for the rest of the night, back tomorrow to stream day 2. Because I don't feel like we're done yet. If I get the sense that we are done yet, maybe I'll cut the streams a little short. I don't feel like we're done yet. Oh, Dunlap 100 times out of 100, Thomas. So we still have 111 people in here, and the chat's going quick. So if there's any last comments or questions you want to send in, now would be the time. No guarantee I see it if the chat's moving quickly, but I'll do my best. Yeah, Kevin, but some outside linebackers can play defensive end. It's not impossible. Hey, Michael, I'm pretty happy. It's pretty good, man. I think Mike, well, E-Man, Mike Pouncey retired. I have a couple of things I want to see how we handle, Michael, but I like the moves. They're pretty good. Yeah, Jordan Brooks replaces KJ, and Cody Barton becomes the third linebacker. That's good enough. Emmett, Golden Tate's worth looking at, but I'm not terribly excited about that. Well, Godzilla obviously should win, but they're probably going to make Kong win. Kyle Vinoy going back to the Patriots? Okay. Could get Von Miller if he gets cut. I'm interested to see what kind of contract Von Miller would get. If they release him, it's worth thinking about, but it doesn't. It's not. I don't know. That's tough. I do not want J.C. Jackson. I love Everett, but I'm lukewarm on Jackson. I think Jackson's really good. He didn't allow a single sack last year. He's a great pass blocker and a good run blocker. He's only 29, going on 30, I think. So, yeah, I'm on board with Jackson pretty hard. All right. Yeah, I want to give Barton another chance. I don't want to write him off just because he looked bad in a couple of games. I think that's a bad way of doing business. Oh, okay, Von Miller isn't getting cut. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Maybe if the Broncos start the season really badly, you could trade for him, I guess. Michael, he better be better than Olsen. Let's see here. Anything else happening? Yeah, okay, yeah. Kyle Vinoy, I'm seeing that update now. Not something that personally interested me. Okay. Ifeadi Odinigbo got $2.5 million from the Giants. I would not have hated taking a look for that kind of money. But not terribly interested. Michael, he can play both. I think it depends on what we do with Damian Lewis. But I think he can play both. He played both in Oakland, and he was pretty good at both. No Zilla Hawk. Kyle Vinoy went back to the Patriots, but that's it. We're not trading for Von Miller. That's not going to happen unless the Broncos start the season out really crappy. Hey, McNeil. Yeah, we're not going to trade for Von Miller, guys. Do you want KJ back? No. Yeah, this has the opportunity to be a lot better than the Olsen signing, I think. I don't think that's a good equivalency. I would be okay with AB. I would consider it. Yeah, exactly, Ethan. Things might not work immediately. Things might take part of the season to work out, but we just have to have faith that it'll work out eventually. Yeah, Quentin Jefferson signed a few hours ago. Anthony, I'm going to give him a chance. That's for damn sure. Quinn Miernes. Any money left for Andrew / Blythe and Dunlap? Well, if we need more money, we can create it, like I always say. But I think the answer is yes, especially Blythe, who is not going to be that expensive. Yeah, that's what I want, McNeil. I want Dunlap, and I still think it can happen. But let's keep an eye on that. Should we trade for Mekhi Becton? The Jets wouldn't do that. Why would the Jets do that? Just wait for next year and try to draft Daniel Falele. We could draft the Alabama center. All right, 110 people in here right now. We're going to start winding it down, guys. So thank you for coming out tonight. I'm going to stream for a couple more minutes here and then I'll get going. We've done some good stuff today. It took some patience. It took some time. But we filled out some needs on offense. We definitely helped address some of the concerns that Wilson had. I think we addressed concerns that a lot of fans had. So, hopefully, I doubt the team's going to do anything else today. If they do, that's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. I don't want to stream the whole night. So, basically, if the team does something, I'll make a video about it. I might make a summary video later tonight. And, yeah. Tomorrow we will be streaming again. Good day. It took a while for it to get going, but once it got going, that's fine. I think that there's still one or two more things this team needs to do before the draft because this draft is going to be kind of random and weak anyway. So I'm hoping the team is not done. We hopefully will get news of some sort of Russell Wilson restructuring tomorrow. I think it's something that we need to do. Yeah. Gabe Jackson, Gerald Everett should be pretty good. All right. Peace out. Go Hawks. Good stream today, guys. Appreciate the support. Appreciate coming out and helping me out. Keep an eye out for videos. And go watch the 2 videos I already uploaded if you missed them. But we're alive and we're doing things that matter. All right. Peace out. Go Hawks. See you guys tomorrow. Maybe later tonight.